Stop number 6 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Texas Motor Speedway. It's the running of the Duck Commander 500. As we get set for 34 laps of racing here today at the mile-and-a-half racetrack. It is a Buick Pontiac front row, as you'll see on the starting grid in a few moments here today. And we've had a tremendous early part of the start of the season so far. Had a pretty good finish in the truck race. So let's hope for more of the same in the Cup race. Here's your starting lineup for today's running of the Duck Commander 500 from Texas. So there's your starting lineup for today's running of the event. As we're about to get the command to fire the engines here at Texas. Here we go.
Drivers, start your engines.
And giving the fire the engines, Johnny Gardner, car 12, the Ray-Bestis Buick, has the front row for today's event, or has the pole for today's event, at 187 miles per hour, with Kyle Matthews on the outside. And you got Michael Walton and Charles Sanford, Oldsmobile and Chevrolet, in the second row. Then you got a Ford Chevy front third row. Pace car around will take the turnoff area as the green flag waves. Johnny Gardner will lead him down. The green flag waves. We're underway in the Duck Commander 500. Here we go. Johnny Gardner on the brake has the number 1 spot here. Michael Walton goes in the second position now in 33, with Henry Cavanaugh at 11, trying inside of Kyle Matthews for third. Take a look at that speed shot. Johnny Gardner led the first lap of the race here, as you see a few of the, and see a look at the last position starting right there, including Trent Dunham, our hometown hero, or home state hero, I should say, in last place at the moment. Still a long ways to go. Jasmine Acosta takes the lead. Here comes Mike Becker inside of Acosta for the lead. Now Acosta led the lap. Here comes Mike Becker, number 19. And Brendan Berg in 94 now tries the inside lane as he tries inside of Henry Cavanaugh for a position. But now Brendan Berg, he wants more as he's got Mayonnaise, Charles Jackson right behind him in 71. As the yellow flag has flown here today. Oh, Joshua Collard and the two Joshuas, Collard and Osborne, have crashed. Oh, Trent Dunham, the home state hero, he's crashed. And Trent, a former Texas winner in the Inter 2003 Series himself, but not today. He will not. Neither will Joshua Collard or Joshua Osborne. Osborne was running in 19th when this all happened. He was on the inside of Stephanie Gardner in 26. And Osborne just got up the track and in the Gardner and gets stuffed in the wall. Gardner just keeps on. Oh, Ryan Rollins and he and Preston Plord got into it. Dylan Poteet misses him. Oh! Joshua Collar just creams Osborne. And he goes right into Trent Dunham. Nowhere to go for Trent. And same with Mason Jefferson in 27. Gets a little bit damage to his car. Doesn't look like any damage though to Plord. So we'll see on having the Plord in 17. But I think he made a tremendous save. He was running in 30th when it all happened though, and Hayden Jefferson and Ryan Acosta got into it. And watch Gardner in 26. She gets into Ryan Rollins, and Preston goes into a slide, and then Gardner's going to hit him there. So Plord, a little dent in the side of the 17 and a little wall scrape, but all in all, Plord's not too bad of shape. But now you want to talk about the Joshuas and Trent. That's another story. And a heartbreaker for Trent Dunham. He had high hopes even though he started way back in the back. It all falls down for Trent. But Joshua Osborne and Joshua Collar got the hard licks of this whole deal. Let's ride on board with Joshua Osborne first in the 90. Osborne got the fuzzy end of that lollipop right there, but not like Joshua Collard. And here's from Collard's view. Driving down in front. Oh! Congratulations, Joshua. You just took yourself right out of the race. Bad hit for Joshua Collard in the 43. Now from Trent Dunham's view, and this is a heartbreak for him. Thought he could get by Osborne and just could not do it. So Trent Dunham out of the race, as well as Joshua Collard and Osborne. Pace car sights are off as we get set for green flag racing. Trey Campbell is now the leader of the race here at Texas. Charles Jackson, Mayonnaise in second position. Seth Cole running in third spot. Fourth is Brendan Berg. Fifth is Dylan Young. As the field comes out of turn number 4, Bahari Racing is the team Trey Campbell drives for. The Maxwell House Country Time Pontiac, the green flag race, and boy, Charles Jackson was ready on that start in the 71. Pontiac in first, Chevrolet in second, a Ford in third, an Oldsmobile in fourth, and a Pontiac in fifth. So you got 4 manufacturers in the top 5. Seth Cole trying the inside of Trey Campbell. Here comes Brendan Berg with the help of Dylan Young in the 2. And Henry Kavanaugh in the 11 is in there as well. He gets by Mike Becker and tries to get by Charles Jackson in the 11. Jasmine Acosta in there. She's now cracked her way in the top 10 as well as William Duncan in 25. Kyle Matthews in there in 42 is the outside pulse over the event. And there's 33, Michael Walton. Charles Sanford there, and there's the highest running Buick. That's Johnny Gardner in 14th right now. Battling with the Rockingham winner, Eric Powers in 21. Three wide racing, and Henry Cavanaugh will take the lead here, but here comes Jasmine Acosta with the help of William Duncan in 25. Kyle Matthews is in there. Now here comes Duncan on the inside in the 25. He'll try to go for the lead. Number 25, Kodiak Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Out in front now is William Duncan. Here comes Kyle Matthews inside of Jasmine Acosta for second. But now he wants the lead now. Here comes Matthews in 42. He won two-time winner a season ago at Sonoma and at Pensacola. But now Michael Walton says, hey, this is fun. This is fun. I want to join in. And he will. And with the help of Charles Sanford in 24. And Mike Becker gets in there, and he just squeezed right there to the inside of Seth Cole. 21 laps remaining, and they are racing like it's 2 laps to go. There comes Charles Sanford in 24 on the inside, and Kyle Matthews doing a little wall scraping. And now Mike Becker gets in the fray, and Johnny Gardner, where did Chris Washer come from in the 98? Chris Washer in 98, he is now up in the top 10. Eric Powers gets in the mix, and look who's come to dinner right now in that 9 car. Jessica Shelton, she's stalking her way through the mix now. As she now falls in behind Seth Cole in 52. Shelton now in the top 10. As she dives inside Dylan Young in the 2. And meantime, Chris Washer begins to roll in at 98. He goes to the inside and takes the lead, but only for a moment, because here comes Eric Powers in 21. Seth Cole shoving him in the 52. And here comes Cole. They almost went 4 wide in turn number 4. Ooh, Powers and Washer, they're leaning on each other. And oh, this is not going to end well. Lap car ahead, Stephanie Gardner in 26. Now what's going to happen? Seth Cole is going to get hung up behind Stephanie, looks like. But now Stephanie goes up the high side now. And Seth Cole, with the help of Jessica Shelton, will go by Gardner. Seth Cole takes the lead, but here comes Shelton for the number 1 spot. Car number 9, the Coors Melling Ford 1990 Thunderbird, out in front. But here comes her buddy Dylan Young on the inside of the 2 car, the Miller Genuine Draft Cars. Melling Racing versus Penske Racing. Mike Becker now making a move to the inside of Seth Cole for the number 3 position. Here comes Andreas Allen in the 14. He's going to lose the spot to Charles Sanford in 24. And Charles Jackson getting back in the mix now in the 20 and the 71. Driving for Dave Marcus this season, but here comes Dylan Young. He's going to take the lead from Jessica Shelton. And Batson up ahead, another lap car. I don't know if Ann got damaged up from a earlier altercation or what, but she's way off the pace in that 3 car. Dylan Young out in front, and a yellow flag is waved. And it's Eric Powers and Trey Campbell. who led early in the race, and so did William Duncan. He's in the crash. Ryan Rollins, and I think Brendan Berg might have been in it too. And the accident coming with, I believe, 14 laps remaining. Oh. Eric Powers, who won this season at Rockingham. And I don't know what he was thinking. He goes inside of Trey Campbell. Jordan Newman in 29, he's going to get through. But I'll see who done it on this one. And it looks like Campbell drives into Powers and just stuffs him in the wall. He takes a hard pop, and Johnny Gardner's is going to barely miss him. So does Mason Powers in 18. Cameron Gadu gets through. Oh, and Hayden Jefferson's going to get a piece of Trey Campbell. And then William Duncan, he gets into Ryan Rollins. Henry Kavanaugh and Chris Washer mowing the yard. As is Brendan Berg. And they saw Duncan going around. And tough break for these drivers because they were having a pretty good run here today. But it's all for naught for them as the pace car lights are, I think, are going to be off this time. Yes, they are. So we will have a 10-lap shootout to the checkered flag as they will have 10 laps to go in this restart. Dylan Young looking for a second Castrol GTX Cup Series victory. He almost took the win at Bristol this season. Excuse me. Mike Becker's in second position. In third is Charles Sanford. Fourth, Jessica Shelton. Seth Cole in fifth. Charles Jackson sixth. Andreas Allen seventh. Eighth, Liam Campbell ninth. Ty Dent in 10th is Dalton Day. Pacer lights are off. The green flag waves are back underway. Pontiac, Ford, Chevy, Ford, and Ford, the top five. Into high gear they go now. Dylan Young leads them out of turn number 2. Mike Becker stalking like a vulture in that 19 car. The Bullseye Barbecue Sauce 1990 Thunderbird. Dives inside now. Charles Sanford. Does he help? Looks like he's stuck with Dylan Young in the 2. And meanwhile, Jessica Shelton in the 9 car goes with Mike Becker. And she's going to take Seth Cole and Charles Jackson with her. And here comes Shelton for the lead. Charles Sanford's going to shove her. Jessica Shelton dives inside of Mike Becker for the number 1 spot. She's going to take it in turn number 4. But here comes Seth. Seth Cole in the Napa 52. We're in the CRA Motorsports as the yellow flag flies for the 3rd time with 7 laps remaining. And it's Jasmine Acosta in the 7. And Chris Washer's in it. Brendan Berg's in it. Oh my goodness. Big trouble on the front stretch. Brendan, as it turns out, and Jasmine Acosta, I don't know what happened to her. And it's the same spot we saw Eric Powers and Trey Campbell get into it. It's Jasmine Acosta, this time with Nathan Hudson in 55. Nathan goes down on Jasmine. Jasmine drives up the track on Hudson, stuffs him in the wall, and then just all the while takes herself right out. And Michael Walton did a great job missing that crash, and then watch Brendan Berg. Goes into Costa, and then Chris Washer up and over, and Brendan Berg goes up and over on his roof. And meanwhile, Washer riding a 4-wheel tornado and then just pirouettes right back. Looks like it was going to pirouette right back up on 4 wheels, but Berg now finally gets it up on all 4s, and then just wild ride for Brendan Berg in the 94 Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. Just tore that car up very well. And I bet you, and one who I'm sure did not want to see the yellow flag was Jessica Shelton, who just taken the lead. On board with Brendan Berg. Fasten your seatbelts, everybody. Driving in turn number 4, and oh crap. That blurry picture basically says it all for Brendan Berg. So now we're going to get a 4-lap shootout at Texas. Jessica Shelton, the number 9, Coors Melling Ford, out in front of looking for her first win of the season. Mike Becker in 2nd position. Seth Cole in 3rd. He's won last season at Homestead. Charles Sanford in 4th position. 5th is Andreas Allen. Dylan Young is in 6th. Pace car ducks on the pit road. Ford sweep the top 3 spots in a moment. The green flag waves are back underway. 4 laps to go. And Mike Becker was ready on that restart. Becker inside of Shelton. And he's got it. Shelton was a sitting duck on that start. But here comes Seth Cole, car 52. Trying to close in on Becker. Charles Sanford, he's not in this mix. He's not out of it right now. 3 to go. Seth Cole inside for the number 1 spot. Charles Sanford, he's going to go inside 3 wide for the number 1 spot. Here comes Charles Sanford, car 24, as he takes the Jeff Gordon cars out in front. And here comes Dylan Young in the 2. Inside of Stanford for the number 1 spot. Side by side, 2 laps remaining at Texas. Dylan Young leads. Here comes Liam Campbell in the 6. He dives inside. Charles Jackson, Jessica Shelton, she's getting back into it now. It'll be the white flag next time by Liam Campbell, car 6, out in the inside of Dylan Young. White flag, 1 lap remaining. Oh, that was close. Who led the last time by? It was Liam Campbell. Here comes Charles Jackson. Jackson pouring on the mayonnaise now down the back, down turn number 2. He's going to give Shelton Shelton's going to help. In the turn 3, here comes Jackson on the inside. Liam Campbell on the outside. Shelton makes it 3 wide. Here they come at the 4th quarter. Shelton and Jackson side by side. It is Charles Jackson winning at Texas. Charles Jackson just had enough mayonnaise to hold off Jessica Shelton and Liam Campbell. What a finish. 3 wide to the line. And for Charles Jackson, his 3rd win in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He having also won in Season 8 at Richmond and Season 11 at Indy. Average speed 122.918. 13 thousandths of the margin victory. That was almost as close to the truck race. The truck race was 11 thousandths in the stripe. But veterans sweep the day in the top 2 spots. At least Charles Jackson and Jessica Shelton. Liam Campbell 3rd. Ty Dent, we haven't talked about him at all today. He finishes 4th. Dylan Young 5th. 6th was Jordan Newman. Zed Weinstein 7th. Seth Cole drops to 8th. Charles Sanford 9th. And Mike Becker finishes in 10th position. Kate Culp, a good run for her, finishing in 11th. Keith Batson 12th. Dalton Day, Andreas Allen, and Kyle Matthews the top 15. Then comes Johnny Gardner, Cameron Gaddu, Ryan Acosta in 18th, 19th Mason Barnes, and Michael Walton comes home in 20th position. And 9 cars out of the race in here today, and all because of crashes. And there's the rest of the finishing order here. And so drivers who actually got involved in earlier crashes, they still managed to finish the race. Stephanie Gardner, the only car a lap down in 29th. But out of the race, Preston Plord, Brandon Berg, Chris Washer, Jasmine Acosta, Ryan Rollins, Eric Powers, Trent Dunham, Joshua Osborne, and Joshua Collard, all out because of crashes. But for Charles Jackson, number 71, the Lifeboy Chevrolet for Dave Marcus Motorsports, takes the win here at Texas in a tremendous duel to the line. That was a finish if I ever saw one at Texas. That's going to be a good one here. Zed Weinstein now leads the points chase. The Daytona 500 champ is the number one spot. The points are Shazay. Dylan Poteet in second right now. Jessica Shelton third. Fourth is Dylan Young. Mike Becker fifth. Liam Campbell sixth. Dalton Day seventh. Keith Badson in eighth. Charles Jackson's win moves him up in the ninth. And Johnny Gardner right now in 10th position in the points. Excuse me. Brendan Berg right now currently in 20th in the points chase at the moment. And all the way down to the rest of the running order right now, Mason Jefferson currently holds the basement in 38th. Next race on the tour will be the STP Gas Boosters 500 at Martinsville Speedway. Don't miss it.